Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good evening. My name is Yusuf Diallo. Today I'm going to be explaining to you our topic, which is education should be free for everyone. So let's start with the introduction. What is education and what's role education play in society? The education system runs a crucial role to develop the way of thinking among society, as it will lead to the growth of a number of experts in their field. And also, education is important regardless of people's background, as it will determine future success, and how well educated people are in a country depend on the level of education of that country. So, therefore, it is the government responsibility to make education free, because that may prevent child labor, fulfill children's right to education, and also to promote health awareness for children. So next, let's talk about the first main idea, which is making education free will prevent child labor. All right. So free education for the poor is important, as it will, first of all, it will inspire a large number of individuals to return to school, and secondly, financial issues will no longer be a problem for parents to send kids to school to learn, and thirdly, it will provide children with equal opportunities to improve their talents, because we know most of people have talents, but because of the lack of financial opportunities, so their talent cannot be seen, right? So next, to increase the information that improve social consciousness, stronger decision-making skill among children or citizens, free education is a must. It should not be a luxury. It should be something that everyone can have access. As Birdwatch stated in 2016, the first thing that struck me about education is knowledge gain. Education gives us the knowledge of the world around us and changes it into something better. It develops in us a perspective of looking at life. It helps us build opinions and have point of view of things in life. So if people are educated, they will have point of view, they have opinions. So education play a good roles in developing a country, even to make citizens a better people. Now the next slide, how free education can prevent child labor. Making education free will prevent child labor. It is essential that to become a better person, education is required for children, because if we make education free, it can avoid modern slavery, and it will fulfill the right of children to education. Also, it will promote children's literacy, it will activate children's talents, and also children will be able to think creatively. So the next slide will be free education can level up the country's standard. Of course, if people are educated in a country, the standard of living of these people will be leveled up by innovating medical discoveries, technology enhancement that can weigh on the country alliance with their ally. As stated by Birdwatch in 2016, education is the vehicle of knowledge, self-preservation, and success. Education not only gives us a platform to succeed, but also the knowledge of social conduct, strength, characters, and self-respect. The greatest gift education gives us is the knowledge of unconditional love and a set of values.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, my name is Nur Ainisha binti Adnan. My metric number 1728728. Alright, today I'm going to present about our second and third main idea. The second main idea is making education free actually helps to fulfill children's rights to education. Some of the reason why children are not in school is also described by these authors, Balkis, Arslan and Duru, whereby the level of parents' education is also determined by the school attendance of children. UNESCO also stated that more than 260 million children are not able to go to school. So, the behavior of not taking their kids to be in school actually will lead to the various negative impacts on many areas in economy, society and politics. So, in order to develop children's skills and make them to be educated people in the future, government should provide free education for all children. And as we know, the education is vital for all. Actually, for the past 20 years, children's rights in diverse part of the community has been pointed out by many researchers. And several areas have been given for children to gain the opportunity of rights, as children's liberty, welfare and health right should be given the same as adult. But actually, some of the researchers also argue about the limitation of children to get the rights compared to adults. The main point here is that children have the rights to get education, as a parents must lead their children to get their own education, and children actually have the rights to attend to school for the betterment of the future itself. Education is not only about human rights, but it is also the key for broad and comprehensive attainment of human rights. It means that when the education rights have been empowered, the full accomplishment of human rights also can be achieved. When education access is equal to all and education is being the top notch of the nation, the nobility of wealthy class rules will be demolished, as liberty and democracy will be highlighted. That is why education has to be broadly taken by all, as it will upgrade the system that is only ruled by the wealthy people, and even they are not helping the lower class income. So, a free education system not only benefit the children but also producing a wise generation of citizens as a whole in the future. However, actually there has been an issue regarding the education rights attained is by the child or their parents. Means that the education rights is belongs to whom? Child or their parents. So according to this author, Archard, actually children even don't have the ability of decision making. So for them to making decision is unfortunately do not provide any value for themselves. The other author also argue that this statement is contradictory with the judgment of the court, whereby the rights to education belongs to the child and parents must be the one who direct the education to their child, and parents should respect, protect and unbiased with these rights. On top of that, education should be free because all children can have various types of capabilities, as mentioned by this author, Hart and Brando. So a fair education system can improve the way of decision making made for the nation in the future. Next point, it is clear that a free education system actually can fulfill the rights of children to education. In Islamic point of view, also has their own way to express the rights of children in getting the education. As mentioned by Saidi, the author, 2014, in Islam, education is not limited bookish knowledge only, but also includes moral and religious training also. So parents must not only provide for children's education in school and college, but also they should take personal interest in their studies, and parents also helping them if they can. So education should be free for everyone in order to achieve fair distribution of knowledge regardless of race, region and income background. Next, the third main idea is making education free actually promotes health awareness for children. According to Hunt and Truman 2015, education is a major prerequisite in order to lower the poverty rate and unfair health treatment. This statement also supported by the other authors, as better education and health may affect the earning of a person positively. Therefore, estimates of educational and health related variable will be of much use for anti-poverty policy perspective. This actually shows that the level of education can improve the lifestyle of someone, and also they can get a better treatment of life. So free education for all is vital in order to improve the level of health awareness. Other than that, the oral disease are a major health problem, especially among the children. They have high tendency and it happens around over the world. So it is important for children to give full attention to their oral health because it can affect their self-confidence in the future. This also supported by this author Gomez. They make a research that parents describe that children who had experienced oral health problem tend to have much lower self-confidence. Okay, this is why free education should be given, as the cleanliness of kids' self will be prioritized with the knowledge they get in school. Other than that, when children get their education at school, they will follow the proper way of teaching by the teacher. This is also supported by Greenberg. Getting education will assist the experience of health, happiness and prosperity, as it is not only for their academic skills. So providing a free education for children will bring more benefit. Next, the level of parents' education also affects the balanced diet for their children, as mentioned by this author Saldiva. Mothers with college degrees give their children more fruits and vegetables than mothers with only high school or elementary school education. So the level of education also can influence parents' discipline to supply their children with healthy food. Surprisingly, mothers who are uneducated feed their children with more unhealthy food compared to mothers who attend high school. Also supported by this author Saldiva. This shows that free education for all can allow the people to practice healthy eating habits. Therefore, a free education system for all can promote health awareness among children, since health is the very important factor to gain country productivity in the future. Okay, that's all from me. I pass my floor to Diallo, my team member.
So let's talk about now the conclusion. Okay, it is understandable that to become a better person, education is required for children. Consequently, it is the duty of the government to make education available and free, because it can avoid children from working at a young age. Giving the right of education to the children and encouraging knowledge of health among children. Free education purposely forbids children from getting a job in order to pay their school fees, as their task at a young age to gain as much as knowledge as they can. Furthermore, children have the right to educate because children have the right to education because in order to have a wise generation in the future, education should be the major factor of the country's development. The importance of health also can be gained by the children through the knowledge given at their school, as if all children are getting free education, the productive nation can be achieved as a whole. Overall, the government should impose free education for all, as it brings prosperity to the country, economy, nation, and health.